We are GOLDIVY.
Our mission is to empower you to own and unleash your truth.
Stories of resiliency are gold, and ivy grows in hard places.
Those hard places are what create space for light to shine through.
You decide what works for your daily life and how to transform our lessons into your gold.
This is Ivy Unleashed,
a GOLDIVY production. Vulnerable story alert. This message is for any person struggling with the embarrassment of excessive underarm sweating and or underarm odor. I've never shared this before, so bear with me. I am a big sweater. I swear I sweat when I think. I used to carry deodorant in my purses, car, backpacks. I did not go anywhere without deodorant, and I applied it dozens of times a day. I haven't been able to wear colorful t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, or sweatshirts since I was 16 due to excessive underarm sweating. And recently, one of my armpits started to smell like onions anytime it sweat. See, I told you this is a vulnerable message, but I wanted to let you know about a treatment I found that has changed my life. This treatment is called miraDry and is for your underarms that greatly reduces sweating and odor. I have had one treatment so far, and I am a new woman. I can officially wear colored shirts without pit stains for the first time in decades, and my armpits no longer smell. I also no longer wear deodorant. I simply don't need it. miraDry uses thermal energy that targets and eliminates the sweat glands in your underarm. Let me repeat that. You just need 1 to 2 treatments. It is the only FDA-cleared treatment that can dramatically reduce underarm sweat by addressing the root cause of excessive sweat and its accompanying odor, not the symptoms. So if you're like me and have had to worry about pit stains from your sweat, excessive sweating even when resting, or planning your day around sweating, miraDry is your solution. Not only has miraDry erased my sweat problem, but also my armpit hair. I used to have to shave every single day. I am walking proof that miraDry works. Once the glands are eliminated, they will not grow back. I absolutely love my miraDry experience, and it was made affordable with a no-interest payment plan. You can find a clinic that provides miraDry all over the U.S., so head to miraDry.com to see where the closest location is for you, and don't wait another minute feeling embarrassed about your body. And they have these wonderful patient concierges who will answer all your underarm questions about the treatment. Thank you for letting me share this vulnerable information with you. I am walking proof that miraDry is a life-changing treatment. Nobody should be embarrassed about their bodies, period. And if you want more information, miraDry services will be linked in the show notes, and you can also message me directly to chat more about it.
Today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Every episode of Ivy Unleashed is dedicated to empowering you to take ownership of your health. And what it really comes down to is prioritizing your mental health.
We've both seen the beauty and growth that therapy can bring and are thrilled to partner with BetterHelp to allow you the opportunity to feel heard and seen by a professional. The National Alliance on Mental Health reports that 155 million people live in a designated mental health professional shortage area, and BetterHelp is working to close that gap.
I've personally used BetterHelp and loved it because it was all online, making it super convenient. The biggest piece for me was how affordable it is. I was able to choose the therapist that met my needs. I came in with wanting to work on childhood trauma and anxiety, and it was unbelievable to see how many options I had with all the different backgrounds of therapists.
With BetterHelp, you have access to a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness. And sometimes we can't see our own patterns and behaviors until we talk them out and get an unbiased perspective.
It's really nice to have someone who doesn't know you and has the professional background to help you thrive in your daily life. It has made the world of a difference with every relationship in my life, including the one with myself.
To get started, all you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire about your needs and preferences and choose your therapist out of the options they give you. You can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. Also, you can switch therapists at no additional charge until you find the right fit for you.
The best investment you can make is in yourself. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/goldivy. That's betterhelp.com/goldivy.
Take the first step to inner peace and freedom today. And now to this episode of the Ivy Unleashed podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are tuning in. Welcome back to the Ivy Unleashed podcast. We're happy you're here.
Yes, we are. It's summertime. And we just want to catch up because it's been, months of us in 2023. We started the year off talking about these big goals we have. So we're circling back to see how they're going, what's going on this summer, what our big goals are, how we're feeling, what we're prioritizing, just filling you in.
Yeah, we're ready. I feel like I've never been more ready for summer than I am right now. Maybe it was just because it was a brutal winter. And if you are in the north, you understand. But it feels so good to have some sunshine, to go outside yesterday and it be 90 degrees. I was a little worried. But I'm why am I complaining about warm weather when I need this? I need this vitamin D.
Yeah, the sun feels really good. Yeah, just had a cabin weekend. It was nice to be out on the water and making memories outside. I'm about to go camping this weekend with my kids.
Good luck.
I know. My daughter Blair is having some issues with bugs right now. She saw an ant on the floor of our main level bathroom and refuses to go to the bathroom in there anymore. So she's almost not even making it to another floor before she has to go. Also, you might have noticed on Facebook that one of our reels went viral. I happened to post a video of Blair lifting weights with me for 2 seconds. She had 1 pound weights because she just wanted to hang out with me. And when that happened, it sounds like my house is infested with ants, but an ant crawled on her arm and she panicked. The weight was super light, so nothing happened to her. So she set it down. She ran past the camera screaming, crying. And I just posted it maybe next time, or do you think she'll join me again for weights? And I got a ton of backlash.
Oh, the trolls were out for you.
So many people are your kid should be outside enjoying the sunshine, which literally 5 minutes later, we were on a bike ride. But, they just got this tiny little snippet, this little picture of what was happening. People think she has joint issues. People think she dislocated her elbow. Nothing happened to her besides a little scare of an ant.
Now she's still deathly afraid of ants. And you're going camping.
And we're going camping. So this past weekend, I was I put an ant on my hand and let it crawl around. And she was okay. I'm see, it's not hurting me. Do you want it? She's absolutely not. But her scare, what she's worried about are red ants.
Did she hear something about red ants?
Well, her little buddy Oakley is this brilliant, he knows everything about every animal and insect. And so he's teaching her all these things about what they eat and if they bite and just everything about every animal. And so she was afraid of red ants. And so I pulled up a picture of the United States and where red ants are located, and it's all south. And so then she was a lot better throughout the weekend. So I'm hoping camping will be okay. But there's going to be ants in her tent. And
I think you should do what someone said, because you posted a video asking for help. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of funny comments, but one was to bring a spray bottle. That's something you could easily pack with you.
Yes. That's a good idea.
Spray the ants away.
Yes.
You spray monsters. You could say that there's something with this water. The ants hate this water.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for all your comments. Thanks for the input. I love getting ideas from people because they have, ideas from their own childhood, what their parents did or what they're doing, what's worked for them. So thank you for that. Thank you for the trolls for giving us a lot of views and a lot of followers because it got a lot of traction. There were a few times I had to step away because my feelings were getting hurt about parenting.
People are just ruthless.
Yeah.
And like you said, you see one little snippet of your day, of a micro moment, and it gets twisted and pulled in all different directions. So Blair is fine. Her arms are fine. The ants, it's probably dead. So RIP. But Blair's fine. And she'll be great camping. So you're camping. You've done a lot of time outside. We're at the lake. What else is on the docket for this summer?
I'm going to Japan.
Yeah,
we booked it. We're going in June. So probably around the time this airs, I will be in a long flight, leaving the kiddos with their grandparents. And we've never been away from them this long. So I'm not anxious about the trip or the flight or anything. I'm going to see my best friend and it's going to be a blast. I'm just nervous about leaving them. And one of my children has a really tough time when we leave. And I just hope that, they'll just have time with family and it'll be fun and a good distraction, especially being on the water and have some good weather. So there's that. And then all summer, it's just like fun social stuff. It's very busy. It's always my hardest time of taking care of myself, of eating healthy foods and drinking water instead of beer and getting high quality sleep. Like I struggle the most during this time. And so I'm really trying to prioritize getting out in the sun for my runs, drinking lots of water, and getting salads. Because when you're gone a lot, you don't want to go grocery shopping a lot because then your food will go bad. And so that's kind of the cycle of like why it's tough.
Up until this point.
Up until
it
this
has been
point.
Your reality.
Yeah. So I'm trying to meal plan a little bit more, like what makes sense with this busy week and troubleshooting it that way.
And you're doing a sculpted summer. We both are.
Yes.
A lot of people listening are. Our program for June. Shout out to all of our sculptors. We are so excited, and meals are a big part of that because you're busy. And so focusing on nourishing your body, adding in some things to help take care of you all summer long, which is really the goal because like you said at the beginning, we set these goals New Year's Eve. And then by summer, life happens. It gets crazy busy. And you're like, what did I even set as a goal? I don't know.
Totally. Before we get into our goals or your goals, what are you doing this summer?
I'm rocking a +1. I am living out being a +1 this summer with 8 weddings, 2 down, 6 to go. The first 2 were so fun. I'm just giving myself permission to have fun. Like during the week, we are very busy, very diligent with running a business, working a corporate job, taking care of ourselves, that like I need the weekends, and sprinkling that in throughout the week too, of having our nights, being outside in the sun. So literally every weekend is a wedding.
And you and Ian are dating. And I know you've told me that it's kind of fun to see like, okay.
Oh, last wedding, I started a checklist of like what I like about people's weddings that I'm going to copy or like what I wouldn't do.
Like what?
Well, something that's been popular the last few weddings we've went to is like with the Grand March, when they walk into the reception, either the DJ reads how they know each groomsman or bridesmaid. But one wedding we were at that was Ian's friend, they read it themselves. And they read it like it was, they were announcing like a basketball team lineup. And so it was really cute. So I like that idea. I don't want to do a first look. My friend Bree is getting married this summer. I'm in her wedding. Shout out Bree. That's another plan I have. If you're listening, I will be on your boat. Feel free to text me when you hear this scheduled date. But her and her fiance are not doing first looks, which I really like that idea. Like if Ian's not bawling at the end of the altar, I'm turning my ass around. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. So little things like that I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cute. Last wedding we were at, they had a mascot come out on the dance floor because she played hockey at St. Thomas. And the last 2 weddings we were at were just like dance central, which I loved. So
that's fun. I feel like it's kind of cool for you. I was the first one to get married in my group, the first one to have kids. And so I feel like it's a nice thing to think about, like, you're really observing what do I like or what do I want, and you get to like see how that vibes and how it goes and how people react and think about how you would feel. It's kind of cool.
I also keep hearing like, oh, I would have done this differently, or, oh, we rushed this, or, oh, my wedding was about everyone else but me. And I like being the last person. Like, I think Ian and I are both okay with being the last ones to get married, last ones to have kids. Like, we are fully in this season of life, and he has been really good at teaching me that of like, what are you in a hurry for? Like, we have forever. I mean, we don't, but you know what I mean? Like, my whole life I've been rushed to get to college, to get to the career, to get to this spot, that it's like, whoa, like, let's just enjoy where we're at. Mm-hmm. And it feels really good.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. And I think too, it's really about your partner and how much they let other people influence them, right? Sounds like Ian, and I know just from being with him, he's very present. Like, he looks you in the eye and he cares about having conversations with the people he's with. And he's just a very genuine guy. So I'm happy for you that you're paired with someone that's like, let's just have fun. Let's think about what we want, but then also let's like take pictures with the moms and like bust them on the dance floor.
This kid is so funny. He has a thing where he likes to take pictures with the moms. And so for a really long time, his background, when I first started dating him, he was bartending a wedding, and he had on his screensaver was the mom and the aunt. I think it was the mom and the aunt of the bride. And then last 2 New Year's Eves ago, he took a picture. He was in a wedding and he took a picture with both moms. So the bride's mom and the groom's mom. And it was his picture, his screensaver for the whole year. And then finally got a new phone and it became me. And I was like, Mom, I've made it. But he loves that idea. He thinks it's so funny. And so the wedding that he did this at, they just had a baby, cutest baby ever. And we got him this book and it was the first page you could put a picture. And so we printed off the picture of Ian and the little kids, 2 grandmas.
That's hilarious.
So he keeps things fun for sure.
You all know we're always sharing our favorite items that improve our health and help us feel better. So wait until you hear about this. Nano Fit Water.
Nano Fit Water is alkaline water, which means it helps neutralize the acid in your body. It's triple filtered, which reduces unwanted chemicals and toxins. It's supercharged with nanotized oxygen, which hydrates the body at a cellular level. And it's all natural, meaning there are 0 additives or artificial flavors.
My biggest reason for adding NanoFit into my routine is for the performance and recovery benefits. As a runner, a faster pace and quicker recovery is what I'm after, and this water is a game changer. I feel better before, during, and after both cardio and strength training with the added oxygen and hydration benefits.
And I'm here for the gut health and skin benefits. Alkaline water has colon cleansing properties, reduces the acid in my body, and the fact that NanoFit water is triple filtered, it's going to help with my gut health. And when my gut is on point, so is my skin.
I'm against the waste of standard plastic water bottles, but NanoFit water is in 100% eco-friendly aluminum bottles that are shipped to your door by Amazon, taking the shopping hassle out. No more water bottles taking up a ridiculous amount of space in your cart or having to carry the heavy weight into your car and home.
You're about to see NanoFit everywhere. They're in Starbucks, Kroger, hospitals, and making their way to stores near you. We're thrilled to share its health benefits with you today, so you can ship NanoFit water right to your door.
NanoFit's mission is to help you feel better, function better, and sleep better, which we all want. So head on over to nanofitwater.com to order your case. It'll ship through Amazon, and use code GOLDIVY for a discount.
Fit your lifestyle with NanoFit water.
Brooke, what do you think everyone wants more of?
Energy.
What do you think most people are hoping to come out of 2023 with?
Feel more confident, be an example for others, actually have the self-discipline to take care of themselves.
Yes, exactly. Because we hear the need for it and we want to help you get in the best shape of your life, we created Move with GOLDIVY, our virtual workout platform.
Our dream has been to create accessible, affordable, and effective workouts that you can do anytime, anywhere, designed to hold you accountable and get you the results you need.
You can pick any workout you want at any time, but if you do want a plan that alternates muscle groups and leaves your body feeling energized and strong, we have a weekly plan that you can follow to take the guesswork out.
It's easy to navigate and packed with all kinds of workouts that will help you strengthen, trim, pump up, tone, energize, de-stress, all of the things we want our body to feel. It's within Move.
Don't forget to mention the resources we offer. As a member of Move with GOLDIVY, you'll be a part of our exclusive Ivy League community, where we share our top wellness resources on things like meal planning, gut health hacks, time management, and more.
And because you listen to the Ivy Unleashed podcast, we want to offer you all of this for only $20 a month, cheaper than any monthly membership you'll find.
Not only that, you'll get a free trial week to test it out.
And if you need more incentive to start prioritizing you, here's our favorite part. Your movement matters. Each month, 10% of your membership will be donated to support the mental health of those in need.
So head on over to goldivyhealthco.com/move or find the link within the show notes of this episode and sign up today. Stop putting yourself in the back burner. Snag your spot and reap the benefits that you deserve to feel this year.
It's your time. Move for your health, move for your confidence, move for your mental clarity, move with GOLDIVY.
Lots of weddings, though. That's expensive. That's like a lot of travel, hotels, gifts.
Luckily, they're all local.
That's good.
We have a couple where we'll get a hotel room. Luckily, they've all fallen on different weekends too, even with like bridal showers and bachelorette parties. Yeah, all the things. I'm also getting a roomie in August. Ian's moving in, so that's exciting.
Oh my gosh.
So
how are you feeling about it?
Good. I think that'll be an adjustment when he moves in. We've slowly built to this season of our life that I feel like it just feels right. And hopefully he doesn't want to kill me when I make him clean up everything. I feel like that'll be our biggest fight, which is like a good fight to have. I don't know. We'll see. To be continued.
To be determined. To be continued.
To be revisited on how things are going in August. So we have to figure out when to move him in with every weekend being something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I feel like that's kind of an exhausting lineup. It's so fun. Weddings are so fun.
Like
Bachelor
good
parties
problems.
are so fun, but it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And then you have to like transition back to real life. And so I know taking care of ourselves is what we talk about all of the time. So how are you doing that in the midst of all of this?
Well, I'm doing this program called the Sculpted Summer with GOLDIVY. But part of it is like what my New Year's goals was to journal, to meditate. So having a daily tracker where I'm literally forced to cross that off my list, keeping those at the forefront of my mind. And it's just part of my morning routine, right? It's become such a habit for me now because I've been doing them A, for so long, and B, I know how crappy it feels when I don't do them. Like I can totally tell a difference when I've taken 5 minutes and starting my day, and I've started my day in a calm state versus wake up, go, go, go. So meditating, journaling, those are my two biggies. Yeah, I think that my step goal has come in and out. It's part of the challenge now, so that will help. And I'm getting into running, which feels good. Summer runs, they just hit different. So I'd say overall, I'm not so regimented with hitting. It's more like, are these things a part of my identity? And the challenge is like a nice reminder of, oh yeah, these are things that make me feel good. Let's actually be diligent with them, check it off. But for so long, it was, the to-do list was just a mile high. And these were just things that like, I just did it to cross it off. I didn't actually reap the benefits. I'm sure people can relate to that, where it's like workout, check. Not like, oh, did I actually enjoy slowing down and moving my body, nourishing my body? So I'm trying to do that of like, this is just a healthy girl lifestyle. This is how I live. So it makes me feel good. I'm like transitioning my identity from being sick to like being on fire.
I like that.
So this summer we are all about just golden goddess, glowing vibes. And we're here for it.
I feel like I need this time to have a sculpted summer to kind of reset, not just my metabolism, because that's what it's all about, but within metabolism, there's so much self-care that, you know, when I started the new year, a big thing I wanted to focus on was money and marriage, and besides like, you know, fitness and stuff like that. But you know, this is the time of year where Justin and I typically struggle in our relationship because it's like he's going on a golf trip and then he's coming back tired, and then we're trying to get some work done and then pack back up to go to the cabin. And this is where it gets kind of chaotic. And this is where it starts to feel a little out of control and don't feel as healthy. And he doesn't either, but we love it because we're super social and we make a lot of family memories. And so this is like a really good time to realign on goals, to realign on like that Justin and I want to have our weekly meeting about finances and then go on more dates. We recently went on a double date with his brother and our sister-in-law, Alicia. And it's so nice to just sit. And even if it's not just Justin and I, that it's intentionally setting aside time to connect and laugh and not be parenting, running to soccer, driving across the state, you know, all of the things. Like, I love our life. And if we didn't, we would change it. But it is important to reconnect, even if it's for a small amount, even if it's for Friday on payday, you sit down for 15 minutes just to connect on where we're at with money so that you're more mindful, because that's a big piece of where's our money going? Are we being intentional? Are we being mindless? Does this feel chaotic? How can we feel like we're aligned on goals financially and with, you know, financially, yes, but like that to me means the plan of our life.
Yes.
What values are we showing our kids with where our money is going? What are we trying to prioritize? What are we trying to save for? How low is our debt now, you know, and paying those things off and being on the same page, because you can spend all summer on added drinks or gas or food or, you know, I feel like it just adds up more during this time of year. So I'm glad we're talking about this because I think realigning on your goals is so important. And we have a lot of episodes on this too, but especially in the midst of a chaotic season. And this just happens to be ours.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's why all year long, right? You have these things in your calendar that force you to realign. Like for me, it's every week when I plan out my week, I have on my tracker, like, what are my goals? Like I'm constantly saying, I meditate every day. I journal every day. Like it's constantly in my view, whether it's my day, my week. And for you too, it's like meeting with Jay every week. Like it's just a part of what you do. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes a habit stick, right? Is like it's scheduled in, but you're on the same page. If you're doing it with your partner, you need to be on the same page and you need that accountability to make it stick too.
Well, and piece of your accountability is that you wrote it down or you have it in your tracker, because I think when you see that you wrote it down or you saw that you put it in the tracker, you're like, it's a reminder, oh yeah, I actually took time to write that down because it's so important to me. And that's like a big transformational piece when people start to write things down. Just put it on a Post-it on your nightstand. Put it by your computer, put it in your phone where you can see it, like reminding yourself, oh yeah, this is important to me. Yes, I will be influenced by the people around me. Maybe they want to have a night where it's, it's a deck night and we want to have a cocktail and I didn't plan on that, right? Like those things kind of pop up, but you do need to reset yourself back to like, I do need to focus on water too. I do need to focus on meal planning a bit more because this does make me feel healthier, more confident, happy about myself. You feel like you're more aligned. You feel like you have more integrity because a lot of people walk through their life and they feel like they're not walking the walk. They have these ideas of how they want to be healthier or look better or feel better, and they're not doing what they know they need to do. And it doesn't have to be these giant leaps, but if you write down those small things and you follow through on a consistent basis, or even 80% of the time, you're going to feel a lot better.
Yeah. And I think every time you don't, but you still see it, it's like a jab at your confidence, right? Of like, oh yeah, I said this was important, but I'm not doing
There
it.
I go again.
Yeah. And so every time you do it and you see it, it's like a bank in the confidence drive, like, oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Like it can be something so simple as drinking water, but when you have that in front of you and you see it, and you're doing it, you're aligned with your values. And that's what makes you feel on fire. And you get that momentum and you keep going. And then life happens and you fall off, but you see it and it helps you get back on track. Like it's all about meeting yourself where you're at, but pushing yourself just to stretch a little further, right? Of, okay, what do I really want? And at the end of the day, like this is your life. If I'm not meeting this goal that I have written down, like I'm only screwing myself over. And that comes with, yes, giving yourself grace. Like I said, life happens, but taking ownership, right? Summer, yes, it's busy, but you can still find time to prioritize yourself in ways that maybe aren't as time consuming, right, as other seasons of the year. But it's still important. Mm-hmm. And some may argue more important than any other season because of how busy and how draining it is.
And you want to feel good in the midst of making these memories, of being at these weddings and knowing like, okay, yeah, I'm going to have maybe some more cocktails than I normally would, but I'm also going to drink a water in between each drink. Or I'm going to find time in the morning to get out for a walk or fit in my meditation or whatever. And so I love what you're saying is like, it might not be as drastic as other seasons, but it's still weaved into the routine so you don't lose track of yourself and you're able to be more present in the midst of them. Like, me going camping, I'm so excited to like unplug with my phone and like stare at my kids and just be silly. And like, if I'm going in the weekend completely drained or I've ate like shit all week and my stomach hurts, like I will be less present, and I could cry about it. Like these are like the moments I'm going to remember forever. My kids like fishing for the first time or like going canoeing and all these things. And I don't want to be like, I'm exhausted. Like I want to be vibrant and like the parent that they remember being present.
Well, that speaks to why you have to pour up your cup, right? If you are drained, if you feel like crap, you can't be present. There's no way. That's what you're going to be focusing on is I'm exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open right now. Damn, I wish I would have eaten healthier or went to bed earlier so I did have the energy. You just like beat yourself up.
Totally. And I'm like getting emotional because I'm like, I am going into this weekend tired. Like sometimes as a parent, you don't have a choice. Like you're exhausted because your kids wake up because they have a stomachache in the middle of the night, or my husband was traveling this week. So I am exhausted for staying up 2 extra hours to fold laundry for our trip. Like sometimes you're like, shit, I am going in really tired and I do have less patience than I wish I had. And so I think grace is so important. I'm trying to give it to myself right now in the midst of talking about this and encouraging people to do the same thing, is that a lot of times we feel like a failure. We feel like we're not doing things right, but there are things that have to be done. Like you have to make your kids breakfast. You have to get them out the door. You have to make your money with your job. And it's a lot to juggle it sometimes. And so I'm like, this is such a great reminder talking about this. Like, this is a therapeutic episode for me to like refocus on what's important and prioritize sleep and getting outside and being able to be present.
Yeah. And you're human, right? You're in charge of 3 littles by yourself this week. Like, of course you're going to be exhausted. And that reminder of like, these things are important and they're always going to be important. And I'm always going to have to revisit and I'm never going to arrive. Like, it's always a dance between living your life, but prioritizing self-care and taking care of little ones. It's like, sometimes you just got to be like, holy shit, I do a lot. And like, I'm going to be proud of myself right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go drink a glass of water. And then Justin's going to come home. I'm going to say, peace out. Mama needs a damn nap.
Totally. Yeah. That's how I feel. I think on the way camping tomorrow, I'll take a nap on the way there because Justin will be back. I'm like, you know what? You tapped in. I'm tapping out. So I can go into this weekend feeling a little bit better. But yeah, it's funny how it hits you sometimes, how much you do and that you are one person. And you know, just having you in my circle to emphasize that, like we're business partners, you could easily be like, pull your damn weight more, wake up. What are we doing here? You know? And I'm just like, tired.
I'm like, do you want to put mascara on before we record?
Exactly.
So you need people in your circle who are going to give you grace and also remind you, hey, get some more sleep.
Yep.
You deserve it.
Yep.
So to whoever's listening who needed to hear that message was for you as well. Prioritize some sleep.
Yep.
Get some naps. Get some water. Also get some giggles. Like, make giggling a non-negotiable.
Yeah. I think with that, it's just not taking yourself so seriously. Like when I have these moments, it's like, of course you're tired and crying. Like we can laugh about the fact that I'm crying because I got hardly any sleep and I was interrupted. Like, what are you going to do? This is parenthood. And like, you cannot beat yourself up in the midst of this. You've got to laugh it off sometimes.
Amen, sister. And when it's me and the roles are reversed, it's going to be great. So I'm just going to give you all the grace now. And then the universe is just going to send it right back someday.
That's right.
Well, we hope you all have a beautiful summer and you don't forget to prioritize you, no matter how small it is still pouring into you. And that is so important. And by you listening to this episode, you are taking time for yourself. So give yourself a pat on the back, be proud of yourself, and have a beautiful summer.
Yes.
All right, your 3 gold stars today. First one, realign on a goal or intention you want to make a priority during this season.
2, breathe in the midst of important moments and soak in the memories this summer.
And 3, life is short. Don't take yourself so serious.
And lastly, your piece of gold from yours truly, GOLDIVY Health Co. In the midst of the beautiful chaos of life, don't forget to breathe. Remember you're human and that you deserve to feel good. This is GOLDIVY signing off.
Listen to your truth and go chase your gold.